Welcome to the embry riddle tour. We're starting in AC1. Those are the stairs down that way. This building is 3 stories tall, and on the second and third floors are professor offices. That's the server room and its guardian. That's the right flyer. This is the CAD design lab. Fun fact, it's the only room where the computers have system modeling language software downloaded onto them. This is the design lab. It might be hard to tell, but each computer has 2 monitors, standard horizontal monitor and a vertical monitor. Down this way we have a classroom right there, and then a collaboration classroom in here. It's part of an experiment to see if classrooms are actually designed the wrong way. And this is the weather room. I think. I don't know, I'm not in the College of Aviation. And over here, we have our lecture halls. They're really big. They can fit like 50 people into them, all listening to a presenter. And they're like terraced. And then we also have our tiny tutor rooms over here. Oh, so small. They just got a computer, a desk, and a whiteboard. Of course, no room would be complete without a whiteboard. Well, this is the airway science lab. Pretty sure most of the computers have some sort of flight software. Again, I don't know. I'm not in the College of Aviation. Over here we have our engineering building. It looks like there's a cleaner. I'm not going to bother him. I'm going to go in the side entrance. The engineering building is where engineering happens. Primarily intro classes, but also electrical classes. For example, this is the communication systems lab. Ooh, I don't know if you can see in there, but there's a lot of fancy computer stuff in there that I don't understand. This is the intro to engineering lab. I have taken a class in here, and every engineer has taken a class in here, actually. So yeah, it's got computers. And then in here is the robot stuff, because as a part of the intro to engineering lab, you have to design a robot. It's pretty easy because it's using like stuff for kids, and a lot of people are really insulted by it. This is the digital signal processing lab. Again, a lot of electronics that I don't understand. Too bad you can't see them in this video. And same thing with this. This is the control systems and microprocessor systems laboratory. I think I will have to take a class here, or a lab here. You can see all the lights from the computers. And then this is just a computer lab right here. Just a normal computer lab. I think it's open most of the time. This is a intro to computing classroom. So a MATLAB classroom. Looks like they might be doing intro to engineering here as well. But this is supposed to be a MATLAB classroom. I'm taking I just took MATLAB, but I took it somewhere else because, you know, so many people. This is the senior design lab. I'm not allowed to go in, but that's what it looks like. Just a bunch of lab stuff. I don't know. I'm a freshman. Don't ask me. This is the linear circuits and electronic devices lab. Again, lights are off, so you won't see anything other than maybe some flashing lights. This is a classroom. It's got some books, probably not been touched in years. And of course, 4 whiteboards, because that's how many whiteboards you need in a classroom. And another classroom, it's the same, got 4 whiteboards, some books. And then we have some offices for some professors. Yep, and down that way is more offices for professors. And in here is a conference room where people do their engineering pitches. These are some examples, I guess. Let's see, where to next? In that direction, the great darkness that's over there is the Mingus dorms. That's where I stay. And then also there's Earhart's, which is the dining service. They serve the worst food known to mankind. Barely edible. Actually, most people would disagree with that, because most people can't even eat it. I guess I'm just built different. This is the X-Fab. Got a pretty cool propeller on the outside of it. RDL likes that. Huh. Alright. RDL likes to hang out in here, so we're probably going to find some RDL guys. Yeah, some offices down that way. We got some models, and we got a rocket, and I guess some workspace. I haven't spent a whole lot of time in here because this is where stuff hits the pavement or whatever. This is the space lab. It has stuff for so it has a vacuum chamber and other stuff to test like space systems. This is a shame. That's the fabrication thing, and it's massive. If you could see it, It's like a big warehouse full of just a bunch of machines that people can build whatever they want. And then this is a smaller lab. This is the structures lab. This is where structures are tested. And this is structural dynamics lab. This building only hosts labs, if you can't tell, because this is the material science lab. Again, dark. This is the drone lab, technically an extension of the structures testing lab. Oh wait, no, that's not the drone lab. The next one is the drone lab, this one. And this one too. This is for a competitive club. And this is RDL. This is where all the rockets are built. Right now they're building a rocket that's going to go to outer space. It's going to be the 4th university rocket to ever do so. And it's going to be the first undergraduate rocket to do so, because the first one to reach space, I think, was like UC Berkeley. And they're definitely not undergrads. It was mostly like PhD students. But this school is all undergraduate. I don't know if I'm allowed to leave. It says doors alarmed after normal business hours. Fuck. I don't know what to do. I've never been in here after business hours. Well, hopefully nothing goes off. Alright. I think we're fine. Alright, where to next? Where to next? There's very bad lighting here. This is the academic advising building. This is where all the advisors are. Yes, this is classroom building 58. I have a class, or I just finished a class that took place in here. It's MATLAB. This is where I had my MATLAB class. So this is it. This in right here. You can't see anything. But the desks are really cool in there. They have like the computers built into the desk. It's really awesome. Oh, a room with lights. Yeah, this is one of the smaller classrooms. And then we got some offices here for professors, because all of the professors are required to have office hours where they can meet and talk with students. All right, let's go over to the STEM building. Ooh, we all love the STEM building. Ugh. Down that way is 2 computer classrooms. They're exactly the same, pretty much. So I'll just show you one. Yep, just a classroom with computers. Pretty standard classroom, except the chairs are orange, which that's weird. This is the clean room. This is where they make satellites. And then this is the room where they design the satellites. It's a bit bigger because it doesn't have the same requirements. This is a 3D printed model of the school. Oh my gosh, that's where we are now. This is the robotics or space robotics lab. This is the 3D printing design lab. There's like 20 3D printers in there, and they're pretty big. They got all kinds. They got silicon 3D printer, and they have standard polymer plastic 3D printer. I don't know what classroom this is, but it's a classroom. And there it is. This is another computer lab. Oh, this one's special though. This one's special because the computers here are very cool. Watch this. They hate it when we do that in class. They say, well, it's gonna wear out the motor. Shut up. I pay too much money to go here. I'm allowed to wear out the motor. It's cool. It gives me it's the small amount of happiness I get in life. This is our supercomputer. And then it's got a bunch of other pretty powerful computers in there. This is where a lot of the physics computation stuff is. And then on the other side, we have some physics labs. Oh wait, I lied. This is the entrance to the engineering design studio that we saw earlier. This is physics lab, the thermal fluids and energy lab. Ooh, what's in there? No one can know. It's dark. I guess that's another entrance to that. So that's how big it is. It's pretty big lab. And then this is the staircase. The ceilings on this building are very high, so you have to climb up a bunch of stairs. This is the general chemistry lab. Ooh, fancy and dark. The chemistry prep room. I think it's attached to the chemistry lab. Or this one, I forget. Yeah. Organic chemistry lab. Why do they need to have a chemistry lab different from organic chemistry lab? I don't know. This is the general physics lab. This one's not even dark, it's just taped over. This is tape. The window has been taped over. I guess they don't want any light in there. Another physics lab. Biology lab. Biology prep room. Biology teaching lab. I don't know what any of this is. I'm not in College of Arts and Sciences. And then research lab. What does that mean? I don't know, but you can kind of see in there. So I'm going to show it to you. There you go. It's a lab. I don't know what you were expecting. And then this is the office of the STEM outreach. And then right there. But there's another lab. There's so many labs in the STEM building. Who could have predicted that? And the tutoring center down there. And then this right here, this entire part of the building is the planetarium. We got TVs on the outside. And then in there is more professor offices. 'Cause they don't have enough offices. It's mostly science professors in there. Pretty much entirely, actually, like mostly chemistry and biology people. They get to be relegated to here. That's the helicopter. It's kind of sad to see the helicopter because they got rid of the Rotary program because there weren't enough students. So, like 1 year ago, you could have gotten your helicopter license here, but now you can't. My phone just stopped recording because it hates me, I guess. But don't worry, you didn't miss much. We're just on our way to something else interesting. Oh, the air traffic control lab is open. Now it's closed. Never mind. In there is the air traffic control lab. You just missed it. It was just open. And then this building here is the business building, I guess. It's very easy to forget that we have business students here. I mean, we don't even have a business major. It's just not like a pure business major. I don't know what that is. The dean office. This is a computer lab, and you might be saying, Aaron, where are the computers? They're in the table. So they're a little bit annoying to use because the glare of the lights bounces off the glass of the protective cover. So I don't really know what they were thinking. And of course, more offices. Can't have too many offices. And then a laboratory, because even the business students can't even get the business building to themselves. The engineers have to take everything over because we rule and they drool. And another laboratory. Oh, sorry. Active Learning Center. This part was recently redone. I don't know what's over there. The back rooms, probably. I don't know what's in here either. Classrooms, I guess. Behind the doors. They're very strange doors for a classroom. What the fuck? I've never seen this before. Alright, I'm going on a journey now. It's another lab. Another computer lab. What is this? All right. I think this is for like the cyber students. I'm not gonna mess with them. Over here is the quad. It's got the only bit of grass in the entirety of Arizona outside of Phoenix because they hate the environment in Phoenix. And over here we have the student union. Right here. We also have the 24-hour lab, which I will go in later. I have to be quiet if I go in there because there are students working. And we have the hangar, which is where like ceremonies and stuff are held. Ooh. And they also do fun things there, but that's lame.
هذا الرجال متدين ما شاء الله عليه ما عنده هاي سوالف مكسره.
This is the quiet room. And this is the student union. Ooh. There are some pool tables back there. They're fun.
بس هذا سر اقول لها هذا السر حتى هذا خطر.
The 24-hour lab is great because it's always open. There's not much else. Oh wait, no, there is definitely more to show. But I'm gonna have to probably cut the camera. There's just maybe like 2 more things that I'm gonna show before I have to cut. The first thing is up here in this building. Guess what? It's more offices. I think it's for administration though. And then up there is campus security. And then here is a really cool building. It's the mail room. And it's where I can get mail. Let's see if anyone cares about me. Nothing. No one cares about me. Over there is the soccer field, also known as football, and the baseball field. We do not have any American football here, which has led to the most popular sweatshirt being sold at the bookstore being embry riddle football undefeated since 1986. Because technically we've never been defeated. Speaking of a bookstore, there it is. The bookstore. They got clothing, apparel, office supplies, and, if you can believe it, books. Over there is the ROTC building. That's where the Air Force ROTC meets. And then the Army ROTC building is over there. The ROTC people have been complaining because they have like 20% of the students in ROTC, but they get like 2 buildings, one of which is like really small. So we'll see how that goes. And then this is our airplane. It's got its own little plaque. F-104. It was generously donated to us by NASA. And here you might notice a building with a lot of ventilation. What kind of building would need such ventilation? Well, you see, this is the brand new building built just for I'm blanking. Give me a second. Wind tunnels, that's what it was. The wind tunnels are going in here. Wind tunnels? Is that plural? Yes, we have 8 wind tunnels on campus. 7 of which, or is it 8 or 6? I forget. One of them is not mobile, the biggest one. So it's getting demolished and they're building a new one. It's gonna be bigger. It's gonna be better. This is the back of the student union. Yeah, it's gonna be bigger. It's gonna be better. All the other ones are gonna be moved there. Like the supersonic one and the smaller ones. They have a bunch of unique stuff. Each one, like one has an array of mirrors to show the shock waves of the air. One uses special smoke. You know, they're all unique in their own way, just like the students at Embry Riddle. This is gonna be the most boring fucking video ever. What's a jump cut? I don't know what a jump cut is. I'm just gonna walk around. I don't care about your attention span. This is the Language Arts and Humanities building and the auditorium. In this hexagon-shaped building right here, there are, I think, like 6 classrooms. Yeah, 6 classrooms. They're pretty crappy because no one cares about the humanities and language arts. And then this is the auditorium right here. This big wall. This auditorium can hold like, I think it's locked. All right. It can hold like 150 people. That's where, what goes on in there? Like, oh, I had, the Intro to Engineering lecture takes place in there. There are 2 lectures, and usually the auditorium is filled up because of the 1,000 new students that Embry Riddle takes on each year. About 300 of those are engineering students. So for the intro to engineering class, which every single engineer is going to be taking at once, for the lectures, there's the lecture portion and the lab portion. We saw the lab portion earlier. For the lecture portion, that takes place in the auditorium. There are two times that it takes place in, and it's usually packed because, like I said, only 150 capacity. If you divide 300 by 2, you get, guess what? 150. So, oh, that's the library. Did I go up there? I don't think I went up there. Fuck. I'm bad at this. Ignore the black void that I'm in right now. I promise it's normal. And I can see perfectly fine. You're just blind. This is the library. Contrary to its name, it has very few books. It's got like 10 bookshelves all smushed together right there. And then the rest of the library is collaboration spaces. And the second floor is even higher, and it has absolutely 0 books. The library also has 2 collections and a Starbucks. So that's pretty nice. It's a pretty small Starbucks, but it's good if you want caffeine. So the 2 collections that are in the library include the model airplane collection and the NASA mission patch collection. So, that's pretty cool. Up here, is the visitor center. No one cares about the visitor center because it's just the visitor center. Who cares? I'm pretty sure that light just went out. I'm about to get mugged. That summer programs building right there. I'm going to be working for them this summer, so that's fun. Man, there's probably absolutely 0 people listening to this right now. That's crazy. It's actually crazy that 0 people will be listening to me right now. So I'm just recording myself talking to myself. Well, anyways, so this is the propulsion laboratory. This is where they test jet engines and keep up everyone from sleeping. Because I don't know if you know this, but jet engines are fucking loud. And then this is the old wind tunnel. That's the big one that they're gonna be tearing down. The new a big wind tunnel that's replacing that one is going to be smaller in size, but just as powerful. And it will be able to fit into the entire building, so it will require less maintenance. That's what it looks like inside. The darkness has a bunch of wind tunnels, so who would have thunk? This might be the last building on our tour, and it's the UAV and simulation building. I have no idea what goes on in there. This is the UAV building, or UAV classroom. It has a bunch of UAVs in there and a bunch of computers. It's a classroom, but I've seen people working in there as if it were a lab. There's not enough engineering and lab space on campus. I was wrong. This is not the simulation. There's the simulation lab. It's somewhere else. Let me find that real quick. I know it's nearby. Oh, there it is. I'm just stupid. That's the simulation lab. The light is out, so you're not going to see anything. But if you could see something, you would see a bunch of computers. Oh, you might be able to see something. It's just a bunch of computers. Yeah, so that's pretty boring. Most of the classrooms are the same. It's just a bunch of computers. Some of the classrooms don't have the computers yet, but they're going to, probably. Because the school is addicted to computers. Yeah. Anyways, before I get off, I would like to say that this tour may have painted a good light of the school. I would like to say no. This school sucks. The professors are not paid enough. And it is almost impossible to graduate within 4 years. The average graduation time is about 5 years, probably a little bit less, maybe 1 semester less. But yeah, most people graduate within 4 years and 1 extra semester, or 5 years in total. Some even 6 years. And remember, this is an undergraduate school. There's 0 master degrees being achieved here. 0 doctoral degrees being achieved here. And the average time students stay here is well over 4 years. Close to 5. I think when I looked it up, it said 26% of the students take 6 years to graduate. I believe it. It's rough. And the administration, the administration is just taking all of our money. The local administration does not control the money. We're a satellite campus to a larger school across the country in Florida, and the main offices are there, so they control our money, and they're just completely disconnected, and it really sucks. And they're trying to fire a bunch of professors, even though we don't even have enough professors as it is. And they've made like 20 to 25% profit last year. So it sucks. You're paying so much money for a school which is not giving enough to professors to keep them here. The staff retention rate is atrocious. So, never judge a college by its cover or its campus, because it's always got problems. I don't know how to end this. I love you. Bye.